Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 9. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 9 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter ratios, rates, and proportions. The lessons we're going to cover today are solve proportions, scale drawings, word problems, solve proportion word problems. Please make you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I want grade 9 math is to start with the lesson that is solve proportions. Solve for h in the proportion. 22 divided by 33 equals 18 over h. So you have to do the cross multiplication. 22 times h equals 18 times 33. Now divide 22 by both sides. So we have 18 times 33 divided by 22. 11 times 2 is 22, 11 times 3 is 33. 2 times 9 is 18 and 9 times 3 is 27. So h equals 27. Let's just start with the test questions. Solve for j in the proportion. 4 by 5 equals j over 20. Grade 3 math? No, not today. That is 4 times 20 and j times 5. Divide both sides by 5. 5 times 4 is 20 and 4 times 4 is 16. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is j equals 16. Solve for w in the proportion. W divided by 12 equals 12 over 18. W equals 12 times 12 divided by 18. That is 3 times 6 is 18, 3 times 4 is 12, 6 times 1 is 6, and 6 times 2 is 12. So 4 times 2 is 8. The correct option is 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. 8 it is. F divided by 14 equals 5 times 7. Let's just calculate the F. That is 5 times 40 over 7. Seven times 1 is 7, 7 times 2 is 14, 5 times 2 is 10. Grade 9 it is, not grade 4. How grade 4? Today is Saturday, sorry, Friday. We have grade 7, 8, 9, and 10. Solve for the R in the proportion. So that is R equals 15 times 4 over 6. So you have to do 10 times 4 over 6. You need to calculate R, that is 15 times 4 over 6. So which is the correct option? That is 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. 10 it is. Solve for m in the proportion. So m equals 12 times 10 over 8. 12 times 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 5 is 10, 4 times 3 is 2. So 5 times 3 is 15. The correct option is 15. Option number 1 is the correct option. 15 it is. You have to solve them. Do not guess the answers. M. Solve for M. So just solve for M, that is M times 8 equals 32 times 1. So M equals 32 over 8. So which is the correct option? That is 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. 4 it is. Solve for R. That is R times 49 equals 7 times 7. That is R equals 1. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself for today. Let me just move to next lesson. The next lesson is scale drawings with problems. Let's just start with the test questions. Friend made a scale drawing of a city. The scale of the drawing was 1 inch equal 3 yards. If a neighborhood park is 30 inches in the drawing, how wide is actual park? So the scale is 1 inch to 3 yards. Now, if a neighborhood park is 30 inches in the drawing, in a drawing that is 30 inches, you need to calculate the width of the park, actual width of the park. So 1 times 30 is 30, so then 3 times 30 is 90 yards. The correct option is 90 yards. Option number 2 is the correct option. That would be 90 yards in actual. Lara measured a cup and its lot and made a scale drawing. Sorry. Lara measured a house and its lot made a scale drawing. The porch is 10 inches wide in the drawing. The actual porch is 15 inches wide. Right. What is the scale of the drawing? So you need to calculate the scale 2 inches to how many feet, right? The porch is 10 inches wide and actually it is 15 feet. So 2 times 5 is 10, right? So what number times 5 is 15? 3 times 5 is 15. So that means 3 it is. Option number two is the correct option, that is 3 feet. Arnold owns horses, which require a special veterinarian for their care. The nearest horse vet is 12 inches away from Arlet's stable on a map, an actual distance of 6 miles. What scale does the map use? That is 2 inches to 1 mile. Option number one is the correct option. And measure the house and made a scale 1. We use the scale 1 millimeter equals 3 meters if the actual width of the living room is 9 meters. How wide is the living room in the drawing? So, which is the correct option? It measured a house and made a scale drawing. They used the scale 1 millimeter equals 3 meters. If the actual width of the living room is 9 meters, How wide is the living room in the drawing? That is 3 millimeters. Option number one is the correct option. 3 millimeters it is. Okay, the next one is each weekday Seth commutes from home to work by motorcycle. In a book of road maps, he noticed that his home and work are 44 centimeters apart. If the map uses a scale of 1 centimeter equal to 2 kilometers, how far apart are Seth's home and his work in real life? So 1 centimeter equal to kilometer. So then 44 centimeter equal 88 kilometers. Option number two is the correct option. Luther drew a scale drawing of the middle school. The scale of the drawing was 1 inch equal to feet. The gym is 27 inches in the drawing. How wide is the actual gym? That is 54 feet. Option number two is the option number one is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is solve proportions word problems. Let's just start with the lesson. Let's just start with the test questions. Travis took a total of 8 quizzes over the course of 2 weeks. After attending 4 weeks of school this quarter, how many quizzes will Travis have taken in the total? Assume the relationship is directly proportional. So 8 quizzes over the 2 weeks, right? So then how many quizzes over the 4 weeks? We need to calculate the, for example, x it is. So just solve for x 8 times 4 over 2. So 8 times 4 is option number 2 is the correct option. 16 it is. Shane's Auto Wash has revenues of $10 from two customers. How many customers does Shane's Auto Wash need to serve in order to have a total of $15 in revenue? Assume the relationship is directly proportional. So $10 from two customers, right? So we need to calculate $15 from how many customers, right? Just do cross multiplication. X equals 15 times 2 over 10. So which is the correct option? That is 15 times 2 is 30 and 30 divided by 10 is 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Elaine prepared 6 kilograms of dough after working 3 hours. How many hours did Elaine work if he prepared 16 kilometers of dough? That is 6 kilograms in 3 hours and 16 kilograms in how many hours? So just cross multiply and solve it for the x 6 times x equals 16 times 3. X equals 16 times 3 over 6. So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, and 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 8 is 16. So 8 it is. Correct option is option number 2, 8 it is. Shane bought 12 postcards during 2 days of vacation. How many days will Shane have to spend on vacations before he will have bought a total of 18 postcards? That is 12 divided by 2 equals 18 divided by the missing number. So which is the correct option? So the correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. 6 it is. Oh, sorry, 3 it is, not 6. Okay, let's just move on to the next one. Shelby jarred 9 liters of jam after 3 days. How many days did Shelby spend making jam if she jarred 12 liters of jam? Assume the relationship is directly proportional. So she jarred 9 liters of jam in 3 days. So how 12 liters jam, how many days she will jar? 9 times x equals 3 times 12. X equals 3 times 12 over 9. 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 times 4 is 12. Option number 1 is the correct option. 4 it is. I did a total of 8 books over 2 months. After belonging to the book club for 3 months, how many books will Tom have read in all? So 8 books in 2 months, then how many books in 3 months? So just solve it for the x, that is 8 times 3 is 24. The correct option is 12. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself maybe today. So we were working on grade 9 math. The chapter we were working on is ratios, rates, and proportions. The lessons we have covered today are solve proportions, failed ones, word problems, solve proportions, word problems. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. If you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can write down the question in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusion if you have any. So you can please write down the questions in the chat box for which you need help. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Any questions? Okay, then that's all for today.